Ever stood up from your couch just like any other morning and suddenly the room starts spinning? Or maybe your legs wobble, your vision blurs for a split second, and you grab the nearest table to steady yourself. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. It's one of the top concerns I hear from people over 60. Why am I dizzy all of a sudden? Or why do I feel like I'm about to lose my balance, even when I'm just standing there? And let me tell you something most people don't talk about. This isn't always just getting older. There's often a real, fixable reason behind it. Today, I'm going to walk you through the surprising causes of dizziness and unsteadiness after 60. We're not just talking about the obvious stuff. I'll show you some hidden triggers like tiny changes in your ears, sneaky drops in blood pressure, or even a quiet nutrient deficiency that could be throwing you off balance. More importantly, I'll share simple, practical habits you can start right now from the comfort of your home to feel steady, confident, and in control with every step. And stick with me until the end, because one of the easiest fixes is something so basic you've probably done it your whole life, but might not be doing it quite right. If you've ever felt the world tilt, your legs shake, or your balance falter out of nowhere, drop a comment below and share your story. Your experience matters, and you might help someone else realize they're not alone. Now, let's dive into something most people overlook. What's happening inside your ears that can literal? Why turn your world upside down? The inner ear, your body's balance compass. You might think your ears are just for hearing, but they're also home to a tiny system that keeps you steady. The vestibular system. It's like your body's GPS, constantly tracking your head movements, sensing gravity, and telling your brain how to keep you upright. But here's the thing: as we age, this system can start to wear out, just like your eyesight or stamina. When it does, simple moves like turning to check your blind spot while driving or bending down to pick up the newspaper can make you feel dizzy or off-kilter. Let me tell you about my friend Linda. She's 67, loves gardening, and always prided herself on staying active. But one day, she bent down to pull some weeds, stood up, and the whole backyard seemed to spin. She thought she was just tired, but it kept happening every time she looked up or turned her head to fast. Turns out, she was dealing with something called benign paroxysmal positional vertigo or BPPV. It's a mouthful, I know, but it's simpler than it sounds. Inside your inner ear, there are tiny crystals that help your brain sense where your head is. Over time, these crystals can get dislodged, floating into parts of your ear where they don't belong. When that happens, your brain gets mixed signals, thinking you're spinning when you're standing still. For Linda, it felt like the world was tilting every time she moved her head. According to research, BPPV is one of the most common causes of vertigo in people over 60. It doesn't show up on a blood test, it doesn't cause pain, but it can make everyday tasks like getting out of bed or turning to talk to someone feel risky. The craziest part? It can start from something as simple as sleeping in an odd position or bumping your head lightly. But here's the good news: BPPV is fixable. There are gentle head movements called canalith repositioning maneuvers that can guide those crystals back where they belong. Linda worked with a physical therapist for just 2 sessions, and the spinning stopped. No pills, no surgery, just a few precise movements. You can even learn some of these techniques at home with guidance from a professional. By fixing her inner ear, Linda didn't just stop the dizziness, she got back to gardening without fear of falling. Why does this matter? Because when your balance system is off, your body starts overcompensating. You might walk more cautiously, avoid quick movements, or even stop going out as much. Over time, that can lead to weaker muscles, more anxiety, and less confidence. So, addressing your inner ear isn't just about stopping the spins. It's about reclaiming your freedom to move. Next, let's talk about another silent culprit that can make you feel wobbly the moment you stand up. It's not dehydration or exhaustion, it's something sneaking through your bloodstream that most people don't even think about. The blood pressure drop that catches you off guard. Picture this. You're sitting in your favorite armchair, maybe, watching a show or reading a book. You stand up to grab a glass of water, and suddenly your head feels light, your vision dims, and your legs feel like they might give out. You grab the counter, wait a moment, and it pauses. Sound familiar? This isn't just standing up too fast. It's a real condition called orthostatic hypertension ***, and it's more common than you might think after 60. Here's what's happening. When you're sitting or lying down, your blood flows easily to your brain, but when you stand, gravity pulls that blood downward toward your legs, your stomach, your feet. In a younger body, your heart and blood vessels snap into action. Your blood vessels tighten, your heart pumps a bit faster, and your brain gets the blood it needs. But as we age, the response slows down. Your blood vessels might not squeeze as tightly. Your heart might not speed up right away. And for a few seconds, your brain is left short on blood. That's when you feel woozy, see spots, or think, I need to sit down now. I remember my Uncle Joe, who's 72. He's always been active, still goes fishing every weekend. But last year, he started noticing he'd feel lightheaded every time he stood up from his recliner, especially in the morning. He brushed it off as just aging. But one day he nearly fell in the kitchen. That's when he learned about orthostatic hypertension. Studies show it affects up to 20% of people over 65, and it's a major risk factor for falls. What makes it trickier is that certain medications like those for high blood pressure or heart conditions can make it worse. Joe was on blood pressure meds, and they were lowering his pressure a bit too much when he stood up. Other triggers? Sitting for too long, skipping meals, or even a hot day can make your blood pressure dip more than usual. It's sneaky because it doesn't always feel like a big deal, just a fleeting moment of dizziness. But those moments can lead to a stumble or a fall. The good news? You can manage this with small changes. Joe started drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning to boost his blood volume. He also learned to stand up slowly, giving his body time to adjust. His doctor tweaked his medication, and those dizzy spells became rare. It wasn't about overhauling his life, just noticing what his body needed to stay steady. Before we move on, I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt that head rush when you stand up? Drop a comment below, it helps to know you're not alone, and your story might spark an idea for someone else. Now, let's talk about something even quieter that might be stealing your balance. Your nerves. The nerve issue hiding in your diaphragm. Have you ever noticed your legs don't feel quite right? Maybe they're tingly, or your feet feel numb like you're walking on pillows. Or when you close your eyes to rinse your hair in the shower, you suddenly feel wobbly. You might think it's arthritis or old age, but there's another possibility that's often overlooked. Your nerves might be starving for nutrients. Meet Sarah, a 68-year-old retired teacher I know. She loved her daily walks, but she started noticing her feet felt distant, like she couldn't fully trust them. She tripped a few times, and climbing stairs took more focus than it used to. She thought it was just her knees acting up, but her doctor found something else. Low levels of vitamin B12 and vitamin B1 thiamine. These two vitamins are like fuel for your nerves, especially the ones that help you feel where your feet are and keep your balance. As we age, our bodies don't absorb these vitamins as well. B12 is crucial for the nerves that run from your brain to your feet, helping you sense the ground and move smoothly. When it's low, you might feel tingling, numbness, or like your legs aren't quite listening to your brain. Thiamine, or B1, is just as important. It keeps your nerve signals sharp and your reflexes quick. When levels drop, your legs might feel heavy, your steps might shuffle, or you might feel unsteady, especially in the dark or with your eyes closed. Sarah's doctor explained that these deficiencies are surprisingly common. Studies show up to 15% of seniors have low B12, often because their stomachs don't absorb it well anymore. Medications like antacids or metformin can make it worse. Thiamine deficiency can creep in from a diet low in whole grains or from alcohol use over time. The scary part, These shortages don't always scream problem. You might not feel sick, just a bit clumsier, a bit less steady. For Sarah, the fix was straightforward. She started eating more B12-rich foods like eggs, fish, and fortified cereals, and a doctor recommended a supplement. Within weeks, her feet felt more connected, and she could walk her usual route without worrying about tripping. It wasn't about a big lifestyle change, just giving her nerves what they needed. Everyday habits that quietly make things worse now. Let's zoom out and talk about something we all do without thinking: our daily habits. The way you move, eat, or even sit can quietly tip the scales toward dizziness or unsteadiness. Take my neighbor Tom, 70, who loves his morning crossword. He'd sit for hours, hunched over the paper, then stand up and feel the room sway. He thought it was just getting old, but it was more about how long he'd been sitting still. When you stay in one position too long, your circulation slows and your muscles stiffen. Standing up suddenly shocks your system, and your blood pressure doesn't catch up fast enough. Then there's water. You might not feel thirsty like you did in your 30s, but even mild dehydration can make dizziness worse. Your blood needs enough fluid to maintain pressure, especially when you stand. Skipping meals can do the same thing. Miss lunch, and your blood sugar dips, leaving you shaky or lightheaded. And medications, if you're on pills for blood pressure or heart issues, they might lower your pressure too much, especially if you haven't eaten or drunk enough. Even lack of movement plays a role. The less you move, the weaker your legs get, and the less your brain practices balancing. Tom started taking short walks around his house every hour, even just to the kitchen and back. He also drank a glass of water before standing up. Those small shifts made a big difference. He felt steadier within days. Simple steps to feel steady again if dizziness or wobbly legs are part of your day. Here's the good news: you can do something about it. Start with hydration. Drink a glass of water first thing in the morning and another mid-afternoon. It sounds simple, but it helps your blood pressure stay stable. When you stand up, do it slowly. Shift your weight, flex your feet, and give your body a moment to adjust. Movement helps, too. Try this: stand near a counter for safety and lift one foot off the ground for 10 seconds. Switch sides. Do it a few times a day. It strengthens your legs and sharpens your balance. Or walk heel to toe in a straight line, like you're on a tightrope. These little exercises wake up your muscles and nerves. For your diet, add B vitamin-rich foods: eggs, salmon, spinach, or fortified cereals. If you suspect you're low on B12 or B1, talk to your doctor about a blood test or supplements. And if you're on medications, ask your doctor to check if they're affecting your blood pressure or balance. You're not broken, you're just starting. If you're feeling unsteady, take a deep breath. This doesn't mean you're weak or that you have to accept it as normal aging. Your body is still strong, still capable. It's just asking for a little help. Every glass of water, every slow stand, every mindful step is a chance to rebuild your confidence. You can walk across the room without hesitation, climb stairs without gripping the rail, and trust your body again. I want to hear from you. Have you had moments of dizziness or felt your balance slip? What's worked for you? Share your story in the comments. It might inspire someone else to take that first step. If this resonated with you, hit the like button and subscribe for more practical tips. You're not alone, and you're stronger than you think. One small change, one steady step at a time, and you'll feel like yourself again.